Good evening everyone. Welcome back to Daily News Analysis by Tathastu ICS. I am Manisha Armugam here to discuss the Hindu newspaper for the day, the 8th January 2026. You will get this PDF in the description box, as well as you can join our Telegram channel by scanning this QR code for the regular updates. Okay, so we will move for the session. Okay, these are the topics that are important for the day. Okay. First one is government pegs financial year 2026 growth at 7.4% amid tariff concerns. So, despite the tariff concerns that has been implied by the US government, since we could see the growth in the Indian economy, apart from that there will be a slowdown is also estimated. Okay, we will see in detail about it. So, this will be concerning for us in the GS3 paper. Okay, as it deals with the economy, growth and the tariff concerns, external matters as well. Okay, so the next topic is SC in disagreement with Justice Verma's claim on Lok Sabha Speaker. So this news is not directly useful for us in the polity, but indirectly the legislations behind it, the constitutional basis behind it, that is very much important for us in the GS2 paper in the polity and governance. Okay. So this is important for us in the GS2 paper. Moving on, ISRO set to launch a Earth observation satellite. So ISRO will be launching the Earth observation satellite on January 12. Okay, so this is again a new launch of ISRO. So it is important for us in the science and tech part of GS3. Okay, hope it is clear till now. Okay. The next one is fine tune the signal to sharpen India's AMR battle. So this is again the topic that is frequently coming. Good evening everyone, Lakshmi Maurya and Dattatreya. Okay. So the AMR, the antimicrobial resistance. Okay. So somewhere or the other directly connected with our public health. So that is most important. Nowadays we could see lot of articles and the incidents related to public health. So again we have this antimicrobial resistance battle. The PM have talked about this. Okay, so that is why it is in the news. We will see in detail. Okay, so again it is important for us in the GS3 paper and also GS2 paper, as it is belong to science and also the public health. Apart from that, what can be in the governance part can be done. Okay. Census first phase to be held. So again GS2 paper, after so long time we are going to have the census. Okay. Okay. Moving on. The first article, they have highlighted very less because most of the things I have written in the sides. Okay, so you can easily capture it. Okay, if you want to zoom the paper, please let me know, I will be doing it. Okay, so the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation have released a data. Okay, the first advancement, estimates. Okay, so this is basically used for our union budget. So for the upcoming budget, we will be using the data based on this first advanced estimates. Okay, so this have been released. It shows that there is a growth in the 2025 to 2026 in this financial year. We in the first quarter and the second quarter has a good growth, like it have been achieved the growth of 7.4%. Okay, let me zoom it for you. Okay, I hope it is visible. Okay, so we have achieved 7.4%. Okay, it have been estimated, and also it is higher than the last year's growth 6.5%. Okay, so the thing is the real growth, the growth is based upon the GDP. Okay, so the gross domestic product. Okay, based on that only we have derived this. So we have attained the growth than the comparatively good amount than the last year. Okay. So the real growth is 7.4% and the nominal growth is 8%. Here you might get a question, what is real and nominal? So if it is a real growth, the real growth will be having a base year. Okay, so 2011 and 12 is our base year. From that point, from that year's basic points, we will be considering to this year. Okay, so what is the growth and what is the actual growth of Indian economy comparing to 2011 and 2012 as a price. So if a chocolate you can buy for 5 rupees, okay, of 10 grams or something in the 2011 to 2012. Okay, so what is the price and what is the economy have been achieved as a revenue with the 2020 5 to 26. Okay, that is the thing in the real growth. Matlab inflation ko hata ke, after removing the inflations, with the standard prices we will be seeing it. That is real growth. The nominal growth will be of including the inflation. Like if the inflation is 0.74%, okay, so along with that we will be saying, okay, if a commodity is been sold and we have obtained the revenue for 100 rupees this year, if the last year is of 50 rupees, so we have a growth comparatively to last year, right? So that is nominal growth. With the current prices, we will be, if we focus on the, if we calculate the growth of the economy, that is nominal growth. And if it is not with the current prices, but having a prefixed year, okay, for the economy calculations, that is your real growth. Hope it is clear till now. Okay, if you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay, good evening everyone. Okay, so the strong quarter 1 and quarter 2 have been observed that there is a growth of 7.8% and 8.2% respectively. Okay, so the RBI also have told us the 2026 year will be having 7.3% of growth. So somewhere or the other we have achieved it, but also they have told a concerning statement, there will be a slowdown in the Indian economy's growth in the quarter 3 and quarter 4. The same, this have been expected in the FAE also, okay, that there will be a slowdown in the second half of the year up to 6.8%. See, there is a 7.4% of growth in the quarter 1 and quarter 2. There will be a slowdown and there will be a fall in the second half, around 6.8% we will be able to derive from the economy. There is a reason behind this, we will see what it is. Okay, so as we have seen the first advanced estimates, there will be a second advanced estimate also that will be more refined. It will be having a clarity in the data. Okay, so that will be released around February 27 of this year. Okay, and there will be a final and the last report with a complete data, detailed data, that will be released around May 30th. This is just for an information, this is not anywhere relevant to your UPSC, okay, just for an information. Now we will see what is the actual reasons why there will be estimation of slowdown in the economy. Okay, so when we see the reasons, recent days the US is playing a huge role, like be it in the being active in the Iran politics. Okay, because of that we will be facing, we may face the energy security, because we are importing major of the crude oil from Iran, right? So all these things are somewhere or the other hitting our economy. The US have been imposed 50% tariff on the imports from India. So whatever US is being imported from India, there will be 50% of tax, so that the consumption from US will be less, and also we will be having a problem of less foreign reserves, and we will be having less economy from abroad. Okay, so that is why we are expecting a slowdown in the growth. Okay, and also there is one more thing we have recently discussed. After the deductions, after the relaxations in the direct and indirect taxes as well, still people are concerning about only savings and paying off their debts. They are not ready to purchase something, they are not ready to consume something. So if this case is persistent, there will be less consumption. So less consumption will be leading to stagnation of stocks. Whatever you have produced, already it will be stagnated, and there won't be much production further. So if you are not consuming, if the production is not done, if you are not consuming, then you will not be able to get the revenue, right? So the expenditure pattern of the consumers also matters here. So the expenditure nature of Indians right now, that is savings and also debt paying off plays another role in this slowdowning the, thank you. Okay, so another way of slowdowning our growth. So this is what important in this topic. Hope it is clear for you. Have a glance of it, then we will move on to the next. Okay. See, this is how you are able, you are supposed to read a news. Okay, so you should see the datas. Apart from the datas, who is releasing this report, where it has been implied, like what calculations and for what ratios it is helpful. All this you have to read. Okay, great. Okay, next move on. The second one is again a indirect thing for our UPSC preparation. Here you can see SC Supreme Court in disagreement with Justice Verma's claims on Lok Sabha Speaker. Okay, so in the recent days we have seen the news is been told in Justice Verma's official space. They have seen sack of unburnt currency. Okay, this is nowhere, neither of the way it is related to UPSC, but the back case of this we have to understand. Okay, so the thing is like they have told the in the Lok Sabha they have told to pass a motion for the impeachment of Justice Verma. Okay, there he have told this decision, this idea of removing is completely unilateral. It is nowhere a possible thing. Okay, it is not like a possible thing, it is a unilateral, but matlab only he have he is willing to do these things. Okay, so Justice Verma have told that, but the SC have intervened and the Supreme Court have told that no, it is basically in his powers. Okay, it is under his authority only. He can proceed with this procedure if there is any guilty applied. Okay, so we will see the complete holistic approach here. Okay, the newspaper is not important because this article is not important, so that's why I didn't highlight anything. Instead we will be seeing the in-depth patterns. Okay, so the background I have told you, Justice Verma, he had the half burnt currency in his office, so that's why in the parliament, in the Lok Sabha, they have moved a motion for inquiry based on this incident. Okay, so the motion of the inquiry have been given by the 140 MPs. In Lok Sabha, 140 MPs have written a notice to the Lok Sabha Speaker and addressing this issue. Please form a inquiring committee for this. Okay, so the Lok Sabha Speaker have formed a 3-member committee, inquiry committee. Okay, based on Judges Inquiry Act of 1968. So based on this Judges Inquiry Act of 1968, what a Lok Sabha Speaker can do is, if accusation is raised against any of the judges, okay, High Court judges and Supreme Court judges, they can form a committee for the inquiry. Okay, based on that we will be able to proceed further whether they can continue or the removal have to be done. Okay, so based on this only it will be done. Okay, the Lok Sabha Speaker, what they have told is, they have formed the committee recently. We will see the procedures what we will be happening. Okay, first the acquisition will be there. So what they will be doing, the MPs of Lok Sabha, they will be giving, the MPs of the parliament, they will be giving the notice to the Lok Sabha Speaker, see so and so have happened, so we have to keep an inquiry. So for that we need 100 MPs signature. Okay, so if it is done, the Lok Sabha Speaker has the discretionary power. Here you have to understand, he has a discretionary power to accept that notice or he can ignore that also. Okay, so here Lok Sabha Speaker have accepted that notice and he is ready to form the 3-member committee. Okay, so based on that, what is the concern? We need 100 Lok Sabha MPs, right, for the motion, but we have 140 MPs already signed for it. One is done, Okay. So, the speaker has a discretionary power. He have already told that ki, we will be taking care of this. Okay, we will definitely inquiry about this matter. So, he have give his accent. Okay. Then the committee will be formed. Okay, 3-member committee will be formed. After that, the committee will be giving some data and the report based on that inquiry, and that will be given to the parliament back again. So, if the person have been proven guilty by the committee, you have to mention, you have to keep in that in mind. Lok Sabha speaker can give a decision, like discretionary powers is based on only to take this notice or not. His powers will not be confined to impeachment or something. Okay, understand that. So, the referral to the parliament will be given, the committee will be submitting its report, the parliament will be telling like should we, parliament is both the houses will be telling whether we have to, they will be voting for the removal if the person is guilty. If the person is not guilty, then there is no issues at all. Okay. Okay. So, then this will be moved to the votings. After the votings of special majority, this will be given to the parliament, sorry, president. The president will be, after all the, after going through all the reports and the discussions, the president will be doing the formalities of impeachment. Okay. So, till now is it clear? This is how it is important for us. Okay. The backstory of this is the procedures and the Lok Sabha speaker's powers and functions, responsibilities. So, you have to prepare for this. And do one thing, whenever you are studying this parliament and the state legislature, please go side by side. Okay. So, if you are studying about prime minister, side by side simultaneously study about chief minister as well. So, if you are studying about high court, then you go for supreme court also, okay, and also the president and the governor. So, this comparative study will be a holistic study also. It will be easy for you to understand as well. Okay. Okay. So, we have seen here the removal of High Court will be under the jurisdiction of Article 217 of 1 subclause B. Okay, based on that, the Judges Inquiry Act of 1968 will be performed. The procedures will be performed, and by the approval, by the reports and the approval by the committee, the next impeachment will be done. Okay, the parliament needs the special majority for the removal. There it is 100 Lok Sabha MPs, right? Here for the removal, this 100 MP is for the inquiry committee. Here the special majority is for the removal. Keep that in mind. Okay. Then the presidential approval will be done. Then we will be moving to the impeachment. Okay. Hope it is clear. Shall we move further? Stop. Okay. We will keep that in mind. If it is possible, then we will do it. Okay. Let's solve a quick question here, a PYQ. Okay. Okay. With reference to removal of the High Court judges in India, consider the following statements. No judge of any High Court has been impeached so far since independence. Though we didn't discuss about it, but just have a glance about it. Okay. Speaker has discretionary power in admitting the motion of removal. This we have discussed. So, please keep an eye. Removal procedure of the High Court judges similar to Supreme Court judge. Okay. So, please quickly tell me the answer. Okay, let's discuss it. So, the no judge of any High Court has been impeached so far since independence. That is true. Okay, there is no High Court judge have been impeached so far. Okay, the speaker has discretionary power in admitting the motion of removal. We have seen that. So, when the notice is given by the MPs, okay, the option B have been told by the students. No problem. The speaker has discretionary power, so he can accept that notice or else he can give up on that notice. Okay. The third one is removal procedure of High Court judges similar to Supreme Court judge. Yes. This is it is clear, the High Court judge and the Supreme Court judge will be having the same procedure for the removal. So, the answer will be all three. Okay. The person who have told us B, can you please tell me like why it is B for you? Pavan, you are right, it is option C, all three. Okay. Now, Then next, okay, ISRO is going to launch its first satellite for the 2026. Okay, so it is going to launch its first satellite in January 12. Okay, it is not much important, but again the details are very much important. So what is the space station? The 𝐶𝐻𝐿 will be the space station there, and the first launch pad will be Satish Dhawan Space Center. Okay, then the launch vehicle will be PSLV. Okay, PSLV is most important. Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. So what is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle? With a crisp meaning, if this is the Earth, right? This is North Pole and this is South Pole. So if a satellite has been placed in the orbit, and if that satellite moves like pole to pole, North Pole to South Pole, then it will be confusion in statement 3. Okay, the confusion in statement 3, maybe if you revise it, the statement was based on the, please repeat what? Okay, the confusion in statement 3. Statement 3 is nothing like removal procedure of High Court judge is similar to Supreme Court judge. They have the removal of High Court judge and the Supreme Court judge will be having the same procedure. That's it, nothing else. You can read it in the revise it for your Lakshmikant, from your Lakshmikant. Okay, moving on. We have already discussed this. So pole to pole there will be a satellites movement, so that is why it is PSLV. Okay, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. Okay, what is the significance of this? Okay, so if we have placed a satellite in the Earth's orbit, okay, what will be the significance? We can see the mapping of the Earth and the particular area. Okay, so if there is any changes, if you see the climate reports, climate change reports will be giving you the 2020, the earlier year and the current year's picture differentiation, right? So all those pictures will be, we are getting through the satellites. So for the mapping, for the defense surveillance, if like the Bangladesh, China and Pakistan, we have, with Bangladesh we have the problem of immigrants, right? Illegal immigrants are there. China and Pakistan has the, okay, right. Okay, so we can monitor the defense surveillance, right? So if is there any country is coming in our boundary or something, so all these can be all these can be monitored. Okay, and apart from that, as I have told you, surveillance, Earth's imaging, that what we have told about the climate report and everything. Okay, disaster monitoring, if there is any floods, sudden floods or because the polar satellites will be very near to the Earth, there will be there won't be much distance between them, they will be placed very close to Earth, so you can easily see the people in the flooded areas or the disastered areas. So based on that you can provide the aids also, right? So the aids can be given there, also the relief also will be given there in the precise areas. Serves defense, agriculture, disaster management and environmental governance, right? Okay, we will discuss based on that, don't worry. Okay, so as we have mentioned, this will be helpful in our agriculture also. Okay, we will able to see how much agriculture land have been, whether it have been deprived or we have increased agriculture lands, and whatever the uses of those land, if it have been not if it is not been used for the agriculture, and what is being used for it, that we can see. Urban planning. Okay, so if you see the disaster things, for that what can be done in recent days, I am not going into the political news, but in the Chennai they have built a rainwater canal. See, okay, because Chennai is prone to lot of cyclones and the flooding areas, right? So this have been based on this disaster monitoring, we can go for the urban plan, the rainwater harvesting, or maybe it is a extra water channelizing, all this we can done. And the climate also, we can see the cyclones, we can see the climate patterns of particular area, the whole Earth. Okay, then moving on, the specialization of this particular PSLV C62 is, okay, the Earth orbit satellite will be, it is India's private sector participation is also there. So, based upon this Indian Space Policy 2023, private participants is also there. In this is the primary satellite, okay. So, in the PSLV there will be two different satellites, one is primary and the secondary. Primary is Earth orbit satellite, okay, and the second will be the private satellites from the startups and the institutions, okay. Private startups and also the academic institutions also providing their satellites. So, along with that this will be going, okay. Next, that I have mentioned, and please do make down a list of this secondary satellites also, okay. So, PSLV is considered as one of the reliable rockets of India, matlab ISRO, okay. It have already worked in Chandrayaan-1, and the recent failure of PSLV is also we have seen in the last May, okay. It's okay, but now we are in the better players, okay, in the defense system, also in the space, you know. So, all these things what we will, all these things will lead us to a growth in the defense system as well as the, now if you see the defense system of the Air Force keep on moving up, right. The DRDO is also in new inventions. Apart from that, there will be, after some time there will be a lot of outer space technicalities also will be there. So, if we strengthen our defense system and the aerospace system, then it will be a benefit for us. We will get two benefits. One is we will be growing stronger in these sectors, and we may get the foreign reserves as well, because here we see private sectors ka satellites we are launching, right. So, later on we will be able to launch other satellites of other countries also. We recently we have launched Russia's satellite as well. So, like this we can go with multiple disciplinary growth, okay. Okay, and one more thing, the one good thing about this is this satellite is been having the feature of refueling. So, it is not necessary for the satellite to come down for the fueling it again, okay. So, it can refuel it again in the space itself. That will promote the durability of the satellite lifespan, okay. So, this is what important, just make note of it, where what is the launch vehicle and where it has been launched, okay. Yes, PSLV is equal to Workhorse of India, okay. Apart from that, what is the significance, what is the distinct and unique features of this launch, okay. That should be your major motto, okay, and what is the significance of this growth, okay. Next, this article is about the antimicrobial resistance, okay. In on December 28th, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he have told that in the Mann Ki Baat, the antimicrobial resistance is booming so badly, and that will be a hazardous for our Indian people, because Indian people are consuming more and more antibiotics, okay. So, we will see what is antibiotics. It's generally a tablet or maybe injection form, okay. So, that used to kill any foreign agent in your body like bacteria, fungi, whatever it is, okay. So, in the recent days you could see, not only now, many days we could see like we are popping up every pill, like if you are fever, we are not resting for 24 hours. So, immediately fever or headache or cold, we are immediately taking an antibiotic, right. So, this is not a feasible thing, two ways. One is antibiotics are heavy dosages one, okay. So, that will create a ulcers, and internally you will be having problem. And the second thing is environmentally, you are making a kind of a environment that is suitable for the other microbes, bacteria, hazardous organisms, okay. So, if you see in the pesticides, what is happening with pesticides? We are keep on spraying pesticides, it is coming somewhere or the other in our food, we are getting affected. Another thing is like all those pests are not dying, they got the immune, they are now they got that resistance power for all these things. So after a point of the highest usage of these antibiotics, what we will do one thing, at one point of time it will create a environment for those microbes and the pesticide, pest, that they will be guarded, they will be immune to that. So there won't be any way, easiest way or a difficult, there will be a difficult way to fight against them. Sometimes it may lead to impossible fight also. Okay. So in the Mann Ki Baat, Prime Minister have told that India is having a high AMR risk, okay, based on the data of Indian Council for Medical Research. So with this data, Prime Minister have told that ki, there is a hazardous thing is going to come. Okay? So what is antimicrobial resistance? So if a bacteria, virus, fungi or parasite, if it is not actually responding to the medicines, if it is not dying after using the medications, so that is antimicrobial resistance. They are not going dormant, they are not dying, okay, after taking the medicines also. That is your not responding to your medicines is antimicrobial resistance. Okay, I have written it. Man ki baat mein baat ho rahi thi, so that's why it is in the news. Based on that only this article has been told. Okay, so with the ICMR data, Prime Minister Modi have told us it's a concern for us because the pneumonia and UTIs. Okay, so the in that data, the ICMR's data, they have mentioned pneumonia and UTI, urinary tract infections. These are a major recent diseases that have been observed that becoming their AMR. Okay, so these are increasing because of this antimicrobial resistance. Okay, and major cause for this AMR is easily available wherever you go to the pharmacies. Instead of going to hospitals, we are directly going to the pharmacies and we are getting those antibiotics. Okay, it is very easily available, affordable also, you know. So see, with the yesterday's article, I would like to interconnect it with it here. Okay, one thing is like it is affordable and we are not going to hospitals because it is expensive. First thing, okay, we are getting the self medication because of that. Okay, and apart from that, this will be leading to a serious health issues. So again we have to depend upon any other medical assistance. Okay, and the work pressure that we have seen yesterday in the article, which Shashi Tharoor sir have told that we are going to, he proposed a bill, right, based on the mental health. So if in a corporate, if you have a relaxing period like 8.5 hours only you have to work, later on it is your personal life, you know. So if that line has been drawn properly, you will not be getting your most of your illness will be gone. Okay, so if you are getting relaxation, then you will be getting your health back and there will be no use of this antimicrobial in an immediate way. Why? Because there is no pressure to go to office immediately, right? You can take, you have the time for rest, so you will recover so soon. So there will be a resting period, you will be focusing on your health, so there will be a less pressure and you will not be depending upon this immediate solution of antibiotics. Okay, so I would like to give it interconnection. Okay, okay. Then the mass public health, as I have told you, it is available very easily in the larger way. So it is somewhere or the other, it is affecting the whole public health system of India. Okay, so that is quoted by our Prime Minister. Then here in this way you could see there is a governance issue because there is no regulations for these kind of medicines. Okay, for contraceptive pills or certain pills, sleeping dosages. Okay, लाइव स्ट्रीम में वो एडवर्टाइजमेंट जो भी आ रहे हैं उसके लिए आई कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग इमीडिएटली, आई लुक इनटू इट, वी विल सी व्हाट कैन बी डन. ठीक है, एंड so the governance issues based on this, there is no proper regulation for it. The contraceptive pills and also the pills like sleeping tablets, sleeping dosages, they have the regulation. They must need doctors prescription, there will be a dosage, then they will be seeing the frequency of intake of this. So these kind of things have to be regulated for our antibiotics as well. Okay. So over counter sale is also mentioned because as I have told you, it is very easily available for everybody, that is over counter sale. And the usage in other areas, here we are coming back. I know in generally in the animal husbandry, if a particular tablet, if you have a pet, okay, be it a dog, be it cat, whatever it is, whatever the pet is, okay, if it is falling ill, if they have fever or something, I have seen people who are prescribing human antibiotics and the paracetamol tablets to that, because as a immediate solution. Okay. So this has been being done. So animals' health is also becoming hazardous. If you see the parvovirus and all, there is no proper treatment for that. If you identify it in the initial stages, then through saline and everything you can treat it, but there is not a permanent solution for that. So rabies and also this parvovirus, all these are one of the major hazardous things. So if we are not able to constrain the strength of these bacteria and fungi, so it will be affecting us health wise. Okay. So we are keeping the pets, from them it can be transmitted to us, you know. So that is also done. Poultry, dairy and aquariums, here also they are using the common antibiotics for poultry, matlab hens and ducks and everything, and also cattle also having that kind of a medicines, and aquariums also using these kind of medicines, that is being the microbes in the environment of these species, no. So that is keep on becoming resistant to these medicines, and they will be all of a sudden attacking us. So that's why he have told us, Prime Minister have told us it is a silent hazard. Okay. So it is kind of a we will not be able to know how it is coming and from where it is coming, all of a sudden it will hit us. It is a hazardous things for our economy also, in public health also, it is a huge affecting thing. Okay. Then the high consumer is India. India is being the highest consumer of these antibiotics. Okay. And here we have to concern by retreating all these things. If there is a regulation, if there is a proper guidelines for usage of antibiotics, and if it is a gradual slowdown in the usage of all these antibiotics, we can attain our 3 goals. One is sustainable development goals, में third one, 12th and the 13th. Third is about your health and your well-being. Okay. The second one will be reasonable consumption, and the 13th one will be a climate action. Okay. As we see the aquariums and all other animals also feeded all these antibiotics, no. So based on that we can come out of all these hazardous actions. Okay. Till now is it clear? Any doubt? Always think about the SDGs when it is about public health and the environment and the climate action. Okay. Till now is it clear? Okay. Let's move on. See, why I am not underlining this is because this is a opinion based on Prime Minister Modi's speech. Okay. So the WHO is also telling us. Okay. I'll mention here. Okay. WHO Global Plan of AMR recommended a blueprint addressing 5 objectives. What can be done for constraining this highest usage of antibiotics? Okay. Raising awareness, strengthening surveillance, as we have told you the regulations and the surveillance, research what can be the alternatives for these antibiotics, reducing infections, optimizing antimicrobial use. So if the washrooms are maintained clean, if you see in Japan they used to have a automatic cleaning toilets also, public toilets. Okay. So these kind of things if we keep on implementing, then we will be attaining this lowest usage of optimizing antimicrobial usage. Okay. And ensuring sustainable investments in new medicines and diagnostics and vaccines. So the new inventions in the pharmaceutical industry will help us in these things. Okay. Okay. So that is why I am not underlining or highlighting most of the things, because it is her opinion is also there. Okay. That is not anywhere important for our UPSC. The based what is AMR and what its meaning and what will be the impacts of it, what is the way forward that we have to take in the consideration. That is important, so that is why I have written it and not highlighted much. Okay. Okay. Next one and the last one for the day is census. First phase to be held from April 1 to September 30 this year. So, we had the census lastly by 2011 and we expected the next census by 2021, but due to COVID that have been postponed. So, now we are expecting 2027 having the census. Okay. So, first again it is basically a general news about it, when it's starting, what is how it is going to work and everything, that is only they have told, not much in detail, but we will understand it. Okay. First, what is census? Official count and profiling of Indian population. So, individually we will be making a count and officially we are making a count. Okay. And profiling is based upon your demographic, okay, your gender and also your income. All this comes under profiling. Okay, what is your actual potential, that will be coming in your under your profiling. So, basically every census will be happening after 10 years of your time. Okay. So, there is lot of things to discuss in this. Okay, slowly gradually we will be discussing. Okay, as I have told you, 2011 was the last census that we have gone through. We are supposed to take the 21 census, but it have been postponed due to COVID. Okay, and this census have been taken care by Office of Register General and Census Commission of India, comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs. So, they will be releasing the proper and the official authorized census count. Okay. Okay. The legal basis of taking census is Schedule 7 have been mentioned that based on the Article 241 the center can take the census. Okay, it is mandating it is directing the union to take the census. Okay, Census Act 1948 is also saying the same thing. It is under census is under union subject. So, after every 10 years to locate the growth of the country and locate the progress of the country, we are going to take the census individual to the people. Okay. So, there is another report also in recent days we are able to see the National Family Health Survey. No? So, that is also giving the okay, thank you. Okay, so the National Family Health Survey is also giving the report based on the these things, based on the profiling and the progress of the population. But the thing is that is not properly cannot be seen as a holistic scheme, because it takes a sample. Okay, it takes 100 people as a sample and they will be studying on them, then they will be applying it for the holistic population. But here census is focusing on every individual of the nation, every individual of the country. Okay, so that is how it is very authentic and also a very reliable source. Okay, it is not about National Health Survey ka wo report, it is not reliable. It is not like that. It is reliable, but if you want the exact data, if you want the exact data for your planning or any other growth related or a policy making, then you should definitely refer for census, because that is a true and a valid one. Okay. Okay. So, 2027 we will be having our census. Okay, it will be going to the two-phase census. Okay, in the first phase we will be focusing on the housing conditions. Okay, how many floors the people how many story building the people are staying, what is the roof, so that we can identify the poverty areas. Okay, if a person is staying in the apartments, how many people are staying in the apartment, how many people are staying in the villas, how many people are staying in the hut. Okay, and also the clay molded roof toppings, how many people are staying in that kind of a thing we will be identifying here by housing conditions. Next, drinking water, Are they getting the drinking water properly? Is it a corporation supply or is a pipeline through matlab underground pipeline, or they have the underground water suction in their homes? All these will be there, okay. So that we can give the proper water supply as well, okay. And the cooking fuel, so this will be again considered as a economical aspect, because somebody will be having LPGs at their home, somebody will be still reliant on the kerosene pumps, stoves, okay. And even there are areas where the people are being dependent on the wooden sticks and everything, okay. So we have to understand the cooking fuel also. So the next one is household asset. Do they stay in the rented property, or they do have land, or do they are staying in the their own house and everything, okay. The count of married couples, so we can track the societal institutions of marriage, okay. Apart from that, after this we would be able to underline the fertility rate of India, okay, based on this, okay. Because all these are youth power, somewhere or the other people are investment, people are asset for the country, right. So it is important for that. Lifestyle and food habits. So lifestyle में क्या पता चलेगा हमें? If the area is not having any parks, so you could see people with obesity, okay. There is no space for them to work. If a area in the village, there won't be access to gym or anything else. If there is no particular area for walking or something, then it will affect on their health, right. So based on that, we can understand like, okay, this many population is in this area, in this village, so we have to provide a city planning or urban planning or a rural planning. We will be giving place for parks and everything. So that is how it is important here. And food habits, cereals, like in North India, we used to generally eat wheat, okay, the cultivation of wheat, what is the requirements for all these things, you know. And apart from that, if we in Tamil Nadu or the southern states, we rely more on rice, okay. So what is the needed, the water supply, all these things we can be understand, okay. Okay. So one good thing about is the 2027 census will be first digital census. So till now we haven't achieved this. So in this digital census, what can be done is, every state will be provided for 30 days, okay. 30 days will be given to the census calculators. They will be going to the individual houses and they will be taking care of the count, okay. And also nowadays through apps or website, you can give your own self enumeration to the census board, okay. So this is the first digital census it is going to be, and first new caste enumeration. So after 1931, now we are going to look about the caste enumeration, okay. So recently we got this creamy layer and non-creamy layer for OBCs, right. So likewise, there are many other castes like SCs, STs. There are some people who have attained a good level also. They are working in the public sector, their earnings go very good, okay. So that will decide a reservation policy, that will decide the scholarships and the financial supports and the reservation for the education and jobs. That will decide based on this caste enumeration count also, okay. So this will be leading to a proper policy making. So if there is out of 100 SC candidates, if it is only 50 candidates are having this kind of things, then the reservation will go less for SCs and STs, okay. I am just taking the example of one particular caste, it is not directly pointing out somebody, okay. It is just about a just for example I am telling you, okay. It is clear. Is it clear till now? Either way we can see like other backward communities or a general category people, if they have the if they are struggling financially, or if they have any other issues, so that can also be actually taken into the consideration. Then we can provide a proper what is needed for the through a policy or a scheme, we can give the proper recognition to them, okay. So that is how it is important, okay. By taking census, what and all is a good thing for us. One is we will get to know our population, how it is, the number of the population, okay, the holistic figure, and apart from that, what is the progress of our population, what is the need of our population, that we will be able to understand. By that we can give the proper policy making for targeted audience. Okay, if many villages are there, what is the concerns they are going through and what can be done, all these policy making will be helpful in this. The sex ratio, so we will be able to know, like even still now is it there is a problem for female infanticide. Okay, so the sex ratio will reveal that, and we will be getting to know the employment opportunities and the employment role of each and every sex, okay, male and female. Okay, and also literacy rate we will get to know, again comes to a gender. Okay, then financial transfers. Okay, multiple states after 10 years and 20 years. Okay, there will be a different set of growth, there will be different set of population. So in the union budget they can allocate the different amounts for, so that will be equity distribution of finance. Okay, so if UP is needing of 5 crores, not exactly in the terms we will go for, like if UP is having large population and that needs a support, then government will be allocating more budget for UP. And if Bihar and other states, if they need a nominal amount, based upon the rates and based upon the population needs, they will be allocating. So there will be equity distribution. Okay, then the delimitation. So the people representation will be based on this population. Okay, the population, the highly populated states will be having large number of representatives in the parliament. Okay, all these will be there. So there will be revision. But here one concern you have to do a homework is the problem in the delimitation comparing to the states. Okay, in the UP there will be lot of population, because the hum do hamara do wo wali segment was not that much. Okay, but comparing the southern states, you will be able to see there will be only less population. So this will create a differences and the chaos. Okay, so that homework you have to do when you are writing in the paper. Address both the things for the delimitation, what is the positive and what is the negative, what are all the issues that can be faced by the government. Okay, in the policy making, as we have mentioned, so in the city planning or the bridges or the environmental planning, all these things will be done based on this policy making that will be effective on people. Okay, so I guess till now it is very clear. You also have to do the homework. Again I am telling you, see, newspapers are very much important. News are not highly important. Instead, how it is related to a static point, that is very important. So again, daily news analysis will be a supplementary. Okay, like vitamin D and vitamin C, you have to take it as a supplement. The major thing will be your, mostly will be your newspaper only. Okay, you have to follow PIB. Our Divya ma'am is also taking PIB in our Tathastu channel. Okay, so PIB, PRS, all these certain Yojana and Kurukshetra, all these are very comprehensive official data, so that you have to read for your data enrichment for your papers and also the clarity. Okay, okay. So with Tathastu we are launching new batches. Okay, Pathsathi mentorship. If you have already studied your completed your studies, if you have if you are little less confident or if you have to enrich furthermore, you can join our Pathsathi mentorship. It is starting from 28th Feb, and also GS Foundation we are starting from 1st of Feb. Okay, the pre-sure prelims test series, if you are appearing for 2026, these pre-sure test series will be helpful for you. Okay, and there will be a crash course also, so your revision is also will be done, and also your test series also will be done. Okay, BA plus UPSC, we are a pioneer of BA plus UPSC program. Okay, along with your graduation, you don't want to waste much time. Along with your graduation, you can prepare for your UPSC and you can be a head of this. Okay, so I would like to conclude this session. Thank you very much for everybody. Okay, we will do something about the advertisements. Okay, so thank you so much. All the very best. Thank you.